All right, welcome to the Groth Gets It Podcast. I am here with Roy from Itzel Tax Services. Hopefully I pronounced that. Was it close?
It was perfect.
All right, perfect. I like that. Starting perfect. There we go. So this is the Groth Gets It Podcast. We have one of our guests who is a local business in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. This is one of my favorite things to do is showcase other businesses across the area, and especially a business like Roy's. I think it's really important. So we start our podcast like I start my depositions. So would you please say your name and spell your last name for the record?
Oh, yeah, for sure. So thank you first for having me. It's a pleasure to be part of this project that nowadays are something that everybody needs. Because, once you hear to improve your life, to improve your environment, products like this always are very welcome to everybody. My name is Roy Ortega. I can spell my last name as Ortega, Ortega. So yeah, I'm very glad to be here. Thank you, John, for inviting me.
Awesome. So let's talk about your story. Tell us, how did you get into this tax work?
Well, that's a huge story. I mean, I can start let you know how I come all the way to the States and start doing my life here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I study business administration in Mexico. I was developing my career. I was working at Continental, this place where they made the tires.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
But I realized once I started working with them, it was not just tires. It was technology for the cars. So they do sensors. They do a bunch of things for the cars. And I was like, oh, wow, this is a new space for me. And now I know that they do more than tires. And I started working there. It was great. I learned a lot, about process, about, starting your career, because I was a teenager.
Yeah.
And then at some point I was like, you know what? I want something different. I want to try different things. I want to try a new environment. I came here and I was like, okay, I think this is nice. This is a new opportunity. There's plenty of opportunities in this country. Let's see.
Well, let me stop you there. Why Milwaukee? Why Wisconsin? We're a little bit colder.
Yeah.
So why not, I hate to say any place other than Wisconsin because I love Wisconsin, but why did you choose Milwaukee?
Well, first because I have family here.
Okay.
So I was like, oh, wait, it's close to Chicago, and Chicago is also an amazing city. Yep. It's bigger than Milwaukee. So I arrived here with my family, and I was getting into the city, and it was really great. And I was like, okay, maybe this is the place to start. Sure. And here I am. I'm very glad. I'm very thankful for being here because nowadays I know more people than when I arrive. And yeah, I like to accomplish some goals that I'm doing right now. And well, here we are, and hopefully we can stay for longer.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
So what's your role at Itzel Tax Services?
Well, right now, since then I started, I'm in charge of accounting.
Okay.
And also I do consultation for business. So
sure.
I'm very close to entrepreneurs or business owner that they have business for several years. Yeah, that's pretty much what I do.
Okay. Yeah. How many employees do you guys have?
Well, right now we are 5 on the team, including Itzel, because Itzel is the CEO. And yeah, we are growing. And right now I say we are 5 because we are planning to, expand the team to have more people doing more roles. Because, once you start growing, sometimes 5 people is not enough, for all the work that we have. But yeah, right now we're just 5.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And I know that you were, we talked about the website and other marketing stuff. What other, what ways are you trying to reach out to the Hispanic community? 'Cause I know that that's really important to you. What other ways are you trying to reach out and get, help the community, number one, and then get more clients from the community?
Well, we do something that is very special for the Hispanic community. That is the radio. So we have a local radio station.
Oh, do you? Okay.
Yeah. So we are very close to them. They have
Which radio station?
it's La Grande.
Sure.
They have Radio Caliente. Nowadays it's Bustos Media. So
Yep.
they bought this new radio station that is Radio Caliente. So now it's one group in Milwaukee from the Hispanic radio. So they have plenty of options.
Is their headquarters like in Highway 100 in West Dallas?
It was like
It was.
back in the days. It was.
Okay.
They moved all the way to 27 and Forest Home.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah. So we are very close to them because they offer really good products to the audience.
Yeah.
And we have a radio program usually in the season when the season start all the way. Maybe we finish it by June. And every single week we offer new opportunities for the Hispanic people that wants to grow their business or want to start a business. We talk about tax season, obviously, because we do tax, personal tax and business tax.
Okay.
That's different, completely different, you know.
Yeah.
But we feel that we are very close to them once we are in the radio because they can call you. We are live and they can call you. Hey, I have this question.
So
How can I do it?
It's like a live call-in show.
Yes. So for
So
us,
you have to be on your feet. You are ready to answer any question at any time.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, and for us that makes our very close to the people, and you know the experience that we have, we can share it to them because there are some people that have business for many years and they never got advice by a professional.
Yeah.
So once they realize that they need the advices, they come to us. We put on the table all the stuff that they can do it and the way they can manage their business and grow it.
Yeah.
And they got like very, very happy with.
Well, and I'm sure it's kind of like our business where you're providing a service to your clients, and probably the sooner they get to you, the better, because if they come and it's they need to file taxes on X date. I think businesses it's in March and personal is in April or something like that, right? If they have all of their papers in a box and they're coming to you at the last second, that's more stressful for you than if they were to come to you early on and then you help them gather the in a organized fashion, right? I mean, that's something that I say all the time, that if you call us the day after a car crash, it'll be a lot easier for you and for us, and we can help you with the strategy as opposed to you coming to us a year after a car crash and now you may have paid some medical bills, some went to collections, some went to health insurance, you didn't go to the doctor because you missed it because of this or that. You know, that there's all these hiccups that may have occurred, and that's much more difficult for us to actually help you out.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, now that we just don't do personal tax, we do business tax. I cannot say that personal tax is easy because it's different for everybody.
Yeah.
Some ones just have one job. Some others have like job, houses, investments, you know, a bunch of stuff. And for the business, well, you know, it can be a small business, it can be a medium business, it can be a large business. You never know. So, yeah, the fastest you get into the client and you approach to them, you can give them the follow steps that they can accomplish to have a successful, season. But yeah, I think it's all about process. That you can have inside process and outside process with your clients. But yeah, it's very, we're very proud once we see the difference, like the before and after with a client.
Yeah.
So I think that approach with the radio, especially, we're going to do like with the web page, and we do Facebook a lot sometimes. But with the radio, we feel like really close. So once the radio have like maybe a show outside of the radio station, or they are gonna do something outside, they invite us, and the people recognize us. So oh wow, yeah, you're from the tax and stuff, and yeah, so that's fun for us, and that's pretty good.
Cool. All right, let's go a little bit into the tax world. What's one thing you see that people do, I guess a mistake that they make during tax season, or one of the biggest concerns you have that people make during the tax season?
Well, there's one that it blows my mind, because
maybe drives you crazy kind of thing, right? Yeah.
Because people think that we know everything, like everything personal, that we're going to put all the information that they do during the year. But the thing is, obviously we do that job, but they have to share the information. They have to provide all the forms that they get during the year.
Yeah.
So if
you just can't do that, snap your fingers and then all the proof is there. You need evidence. You need proof.
I mean, we need the forms, especially the forms, because the IRS works with forms.
Yeah.
So if you have 2 jobs during the year, okay, bring the 2 forms, not just bring one.
Yeah.
So that's the most hard time that we have, because they think with one form we can do everything.
Yeah.
No, I mean...
Incomplete.
Yes.
Incomplete. Yeah.
I mean, and then they think we have all the information forever. We can handle all the information because it's personal information. So every single time that they file a tax, they have to come and bring all their personal information.
Yeah.
So that's the main thing that we have all the seasons.
Yeah. I think that's very similar to our world where we have to document everything because we're not dealing with the IRS. We're dealing with insurance companies, and insurance companies want proof of every single thing. So if you lost wages, that you have a form to show you lost wages, or if you went to the doctor, that we have a medical bill to prove that you went to the doctor, or if you have a copay, where's the receipt, all that kind of stuff. So gathering evidence or getting those forms filled out, I think is very similar for both of our worlds. So you're at 1578 West National, which is the corner of really 16th and National, or Cesar Chavez, and right by the PNC Bank, above the PNC Bank and Popeyes. What's your favorite thing about that location?
Well, I can say to the audience that the food.
The food? Okay.
I mean, we have plenty of options. Once it's lunchtime, all the team, we are like, okay, where are we going to get for food today?
Do you go to Oscar's?
We do.
Good.
The hamburgers right there. Oh, my God.
I think they were, if not the best, they were at one point top 2 or 3.
I mean, they're really good.
Yeah.
And we like this season during the summer, we were like, oh, we should try the patio and leave the office for a while. But I mean, we have a lot of options about food. So for me, that's awesome. Because sometimes you don't have the time to make lunch and stuff, and you're like rushing and stuff. And once you arrive, I have a lot of restaurants, Mexican restaurants around. So
good stuff. Good. Every time I've tried to go to Popeyes, the line has been crazy. So then, what's the grocery store just down the way?
Across Popeyes?
Yeah.
La Hacienda?
Yeah, there was a grocery store. Well, just like down the road, maybe down 16th, was there a grocery store?
I can say maybe it's this Mexican grocery store. Yeah, I can say it's La Hacienda, I guess.
That was, it's just, you can't get into one, so you have a lot of options to go to another one. Just the fantastic problem you have is there's a lot of choice. Cool. So, let's see what, and this is old that you did a great job. There's too many things to talk about. I don't know if we have the time because we're already at we're already halfway in this. But all right, so let's talk about I guess clients of yours. Do they ever have problems with the law? I mean, is there any connection where you have clients that have to prove lost wages from a car accident? We are car accident lawyers.
Yeah,
that's what we do. People who fall or are bit by dogs, or who fall from porches, or hurt at nursing homes, things like that. Do you ever get requests from law firms to say, hey, we want to see tax information, or have you had to have a deposition or things like that? Yeah,
we do, like quite often. We have like, these clients that come and, we're looking for John. Mm-hmm. He used to be here. He's still here. Yeah. We are like, no, but we gave the new address, Yeah. Oh, yeah, because last time I came, he was here. Yeah. And, we are very close. We share customers, especially because the part that you work in it, most of the Hispanic people do not know that they can, start like complain,
Yeah.
if we can say it like that,
Yeah.
on a car accident or injury with a dog, several things. And most of the times the clients, once we are like doing some work, we start like this conversation and we share that position that if they can, just give an approach.
Yeah.
You never know. Maybe
So that's, sorry, I have to stop you there because that just is so interesting to me. And maybe it's just a cultural, well, not maybe, it probably is a cultural difference that the law in Mexico or other countries must be that they can't get compensation for their injuries, right? But for me, it's always been that way. And there's movies about it and TV shows about it and all that. And it's really into our culture that we're able to get compensation if we're injured by somebody else. And there's 1,000 billboards you can see around town. But was that not the case in Mexico growing up?
it's not.
Okay.
I mean, I can tell you in general that the justice in Mexico is quite different compared to the States. It's hard because once you have like, we can say a problem like this, like car accident or maybe a bite from a dog, it turns into a legal situation that it might take forever, or maybe the authority is not gonna, give the same effort to resolve it as here in the United States. And so I can tell you that Hispanic people are not into this way to find a compensation because maybe they are afraid because they don't have like a legal status here in the States, or maybe they don't speak the language to approach you to an attorney.
Sure.
So I think that's the main, step to step back from them.
The barrier to entry, or I don't know how you'd say it, but I got you.
So we, as a business owners, we try to improve them, to push and follow the way they need to do it,
Yeah.
For example, the tax. They think they do not have to pay tax. As a person that lives here like more than a year, they need to pay tax.
Okay.
Even though you're a tourist and you spend, I don't know the certain days, but I think it's around a year. If you're a tourist and you spend almost a year here or a year, you need to pay tax. You need to present your tax declaration. So it's similar to the business that you own. So we push them. If they have a problem, okay, here it is. You can go with them. I know that you have some people that speak Spanish that they can help them. So now they can feel like more comfortable to approach and see, okay, I have this problem and I can go with John and he's going to help me because he's going to listen and he's going to understand me because I speak Spanish, and at their office they do.
Yeah.
So that's great.
Yeah. Well, and that's why it's so important for us to have our team, who a lot of our team speak Spanish and who are probably speak Spanish. Some of them, I know because they're in Mexico. We have team members who are virtual assistants from and living in Mexico now, so they can converse with people as easy as anybody can. So I think that's really important, especially given the makeup of Milwaukee. I think certain parts of Milwaukee, there's more Spanish spoken probably than English is my guess. Which I think it's important that we are able to serve those people, because car crashes happen at most intersections. Yep. Doesn't matter where in town you are, you need to get some help.
Yeah,
right?
Especially during the summer, I can guess. I have a question for you that makes me think a lot of things, but especially once you start being an entrepreneur, what was the first thing that comes to your mind to start this business, to start your own office?
What was one of the first things that came to mind? So I worked for a different law firm for a number of years, and what I did was I looked at what they were doing. Could I do it better? Were there things that I enjoyed at that place of employment that I could do on my own, and could I do that better and give myself more freedom? in my family more freedom, give us more options, open more doors. So after a while, I was able to simply run the numbers and look at projections and what I was able to do at my old practice, and I kind of looked at my work as its own kind of law firm in and of itself. Okay, based on what I was able to produce and the money that I was able to bring into the firm and the people that I had as clients that were referred directly to me, what would I project going forward? Could I rely on X number of clients the next year, and then hopefully I would grow that the next year, and with that consistent growth, would I be able to provide for my growing family? So that's how I looked at it. And then right away when I started the practice, it was making sure that that I was really working as hard as I could. So I was getting clients and doing the best I could for my clients, so they would hopefully spread the word, and it worked. And then luckily, I went from 30 clients to like 60, and then 100, and then I had to start hiring staff, and then we went all the way to where we are now. 15 years in, and we're with team members in the Philippines and Mexico and Colombia and things like that. So that's how we started, I guess, initially was looking at, could I do it? Would I enjoy it? And what benefit could I give to my clients that would also help me, because I was able to do things hopefully better than my competition could.
And do you remember any crucial time during this time that you have been running your business that it might take you a lot of energy, a lot of,
Crucial time. Boy, that the first year was very stressful because there was so much unknown, right? And I luckily had some cases that I was working on that I was able to come to a good resolution for my clients relatively quickly. That gave us, we got a fee from those cases, and that gave us some wiggle room, some a little help financially, so we could then invest in other people to help us help more clients. So that right away, that's what really helped us. The big change in the growth of the firm was probably when I stopped working as much in the firm in practicing law, and then I worked more on the firm in how the business was run. And that's really the time when this practice went from 5 to 10 team members to dozens of people working here, and that was really the game changer. When you're working from in the business to on the business, and that's just I tell anybody who listen, and my kids probably more than anybody, is that you have to be a lifelong learner, and always listening to podcasts, listening to other people's advice, going to other, for me, it's other lawyers in other states, and see what they do, because they're much more willing to share their story with me than anybody in this state. Because in here, in Wisconsin, we're all direct competitors, but some attorneys that are in Nevada or Maine or wherever, they'll happily sit down with me and kind of tell me what worked for them. And even now, there's attorneys that have podcasts, and they're very open with how they were able to make their practice succeed. So that was a real game changer for us, was listening to others' experiences and then going from just being an attorney to being a business owner.
Wow. Yeah, and I can tell that it's a long way that you have been step in. But just to go back, let us know, like, your parents used to own a business. You're the first one in the family that owns a business. What caught your mind once you realize that you have now your business,
Yeah.
what represents to you?
Yeah. So so that's a good point. My family, we don't come from business entrepreneurs. My dad is a retired Milwaukee fireman. My mom worked at multiple places, doing insurance at nursing homes, and then assistant work at in the office at nursing homes, things like that. So the only entrepreneur that we had in the family were some of my uncles, who left Kohl's grocery stores and then started their own grocery store in Minnesota. So that's some experience that I had, that I knew if you work hard, and they worked extremely hard, that you could do it. The other, I guess, X factor for me is I had a best friend in grade school and into high school, whose dad was a lawyer, and he was a lawyer and an accountant. So he had a JED and a CPA, and just growing up and seeing him and seeing his practice up on Good Hope Road, maybe 74th and Good Hope approximately, across from, at the time was the Melody Top. Now it's the Uline soccer fields up there. If you know where the soccer fields are on the north side of Milwaukee, there's like massive soccer fields up there. But his office was across the street from that.
Okay.
So he had his own practice. He was an entrepreneur. Started this practice, I think maybe in the 70s, really. So that was interesting to me, just to see that and know that that's an option, that that's a possibility. I never went to law school thinking I would be an entrepreneur, that I would start my own practice. I always assumed I'd work for somebody else, that I'd work in a small firm, or at one point I thought I'd work for like a DA, being a criminal type lawyer, but I never thought that I'd actually venture out and do this kind of work all by myself initially. Because initially I was in my basement. We didn't have an office. I was in the basement looking at the block wall.
Yep.
My dog and kids were running overhead, and you're trying to sound like a professional when all that's happening. So that was an interesting thing for me, and it was nice because we had an accountant that I relied on for a lot of advice. He helped me run a lot of numbers, and I had family who were very supportive in the decisions I made.
Oh, well, that's amazing, because it's a role that sometimes people are afraid to be part of these entrepreneurship things, and we think. I think the people think twice to do the first step, or once they do the first step, the road is very long. That's amazing to hear, and I think besides the work, you have this personal life. You enjoy a lot of things. You have like hobbies and stuff. Can you tell us what kind of hobbies do you have?
This is ask John Groth questions. I want to ask you more questions. No, this is great. So I have three young men, three boys who I am luckily interested in the things they are interested in. So I know this weekend is going to be football weekend, where my youngest is he has his first scrimmage tomorrow. So tonight we're going to go watch the high school football game. Tomorrow I'll be watching his two football games. And then luckily all my kids enjoy fishing. It's my mom's birthday on Monday. Happy birthday, Mom.
Really?
So we're going to go up to visit her. They live in the north woods of Wisconsin.
Okay.
And we're going to go fishing. So those kind of things. I mean, I will, if I could, if anybody wants to buy the practice so I can be a professional fisherman, it is for sale, as long as the caveat is I can go fishing professionally. That would be fun to go and do that with the kids, because I enjoy that time with them, doing that kind of outdoor activity. And then I am one of the coaches for my kids' high school trap shooting team. So there's these clay pigeons, and when you have a shotgun and you try to break clay pigeons with a shotgun. So I don't know if you ever did that before, but if you want to try it, I'll take you out to the gun club. It's lots of fun. That we spend a lot of time starting in, we have a meeting in October.
Okay.
And then the season kind of starts in January-ish, and it goes all the way through Nationals, which is in July. So it's a long season. And they shoot trap shooting, sporting clays, and then skeet are those three kind of disciplines. So I'm involved in that. And then my boys are all very good swimmers, very proud of them for that. So the swim season is in the middle of that too. So then we're in pools, watching them swim from really Thanksgiving time through the beginning of probably spring-ish. So we're inhaling lots of chlorine and watching the boys swim. It depends, 50, 100s, 200s, whatever it is.
Oh, wow. That sounds like very, very interesting. And also that you combine this part, the professional part that you are very into, but also you take care about yourself with your family and, your personal life. That's a balance I think we all need in life. Sometimes once you're like working hard, you forget about your personal life, but it is what it is. But you never have to stop to try to balance both parts, that's amazing. And I know a part that you are a huge fan of the coffee. Am I right?
There's I don't have coffee with me. I was tempted, and I was going to stop by 7 Brew to go get some coffee, but it's like, if I go there, I might be late. But yes, I'm a huge fan. Every morning, Stone Creek Coffee, it's a local coffee shop here in Milwaukee. They do all their coffee making, the roasting of the beans, all that kind of stuff here in Milwaukee. I love it. Valentine, Anodyne, Collectivo, all those places are my favorite places to go.
I'm going to recommend one coffee shop that you might know or maybe not.
Okay.
It's called La Finca Coffee House.
Okay.
You haven't heard about it?
No. Where is it?
Oh, wow.
What's it?
La Finca Coffee House.
Okay.
Wow, you're going to love it. Because, this place is owned by Mexicans.
Okay.
It's
I am writing it down, and I'm finding this.
It's how can I tell? Just girls work at this coffee shop.
Okay.
And the flavors of the coffee are totally different than the common coffee shops.
It's in St. Francis. It's by the lake.
It is. It's a perfect spot if you want to try.
It's right by Lake Drive.
Yeah, it's a perfect spot if you want to try different coffee.
Yeah.
It's I can see you. It's the closest flavor to Mexico coffee.
Okay.
Because you have plenty of options, and it's awesome. If you like the coffee, you should try it for sure.
I am taking a screenshot of the map there, and I promise you, I will go because it's right. I know where it is. It's by the FBI building down by Lake Drive. Awesome. La Finca Coffee House. I will definitely go. Yeah, thank you for that.
You're gonna love it for sure.
Cool. So we are now way over time, so I apologize. But what are your hobbies? What do you do?
Well, first I love to run.
Okay.
So I'm in this running club here in Milwaukee.
Which one?
It's Buena Tierra Running Club.
So now, because the one that I know of is back in the day, I was involved in the Badgerland Striders. Have you heard of those guys?
No.
Okay, so there's other clubs, but okay,
yeah, because recently, few years ago, the running thing was start getting into their prime, and I found this running club because of a friend told me, hey, you should go to this running club. You like to do conversation, because not it's just run, it's having a community, it's having you a good time, sharing a lot of stuff. So I tried it once, starting this year in January, because they run all year, even though it's snowing.
Oh yeah.
So I tried. It's a great community. I love it. Every single Wednesday we run, and every Sunday we do at La Finca. It's our spot where we met. Yeah. Wednesday we do at Zocalo. It's on 6th and Casey National near Harley Davidson Museum. Yeah. So I love running. I love golfing and tennis also. And I can say travel also.
Yeah.
I love to travel.
Do you make it back to Mexico often?
I try. Sometimes work won't help.
Always gets in the way.
Yeah. I mean, Mexico is a great place to travel, but I can say that I know more other countries than Mexico.
Yeah. Okay.
But the food from Mexico, it's amazing. One of my favorite part that I have been is in Canada. This area of Quebec, Montreal.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of similar to Wisconsin because it's a lot of woods, it's a lot of nature.
Yeah.
And they speak French. So, yeah, it's always nice to see people and try a different language and stuff.
Sure. So how many kilometers or miles do you run a week?
Well, I do it more like for kind of help, but for fun.
Okay.
I do 5K, maybe
sure.
6. Yeah. This year I was trying to maybe get into a half marathon, but you have to be so consistent on your training every single day.
The miles under your belt to do a half marathon. Yes. Yeah.
Because I have a lot of people. Well, not a lot of people that is gonna run this year the Chicago Marathon. That it's amazing. And then they want to try the Boston.
Yeah.
You got
to qualify for that.
Yeah.
Be really serious. Yeah.
So, I just do it for fun. I always like to meet new people. So, that's a good option too.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Very interesting. What else? Boy, I don't think we can talk about anything else. I'm looking at the time.
I think we're going to have a second part of the podcast.
We might. Part 2. We can do part 2. All right. One last question, and then we'll end it up. If you weren't doing tax, what would you be doing? I would be a professional fisherman, I think, as of today. But you would do what?
Well, that's a huge question. Well, back in Mexico, I was trying to be like a politician.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So I was like, finding the way to start like getting approached to these politicians.
Yeah.
And I would say maybe a politician.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know nowadays, but yeah, that could be a good.
You want to do good, but then there's so many negative stories about getting run through the mud and all that being a politician. I guess that's where I wish there were more good people who were politicians. So I encourage you to do it because I think you're a good person that would probably do good for our society.
Yeah, I mean, nowadays we are living crucial things all around the world.
Yeah.
But I think we have more opportunities. We have more options to become better.
Yeah.
This world is running so fast in technology, running so fast in communication, running so fast in several things that we have on our hands. So if you can share, even though in your social media, if you can share a good time for the people, do it.
Yeah.
If you can share a good time at the office, do it. We are living hard times. I'm speaking about every single person in this world. And if you can smile to the person that is behind you, do it.
Yeah.
That makes the difference in everything, Yeah. So maybe one day, I don't know.
I'm rooting for you. There's this, speaking of coffee shops, what was it called? There was a coffee shop that had a name, and it was, in essence, you don't know what other people are going through, so you should treat everyone with kindness because you're not sure whether they're having a good day, bad day, or indifferent. So just be kind. Start your day with kindness. Start with kindness. So, and I can't remember. After this turns off, I'm sure I'll immediately find the name of it. But it was really interesting. When you walk through the door, they had the name and then the definition, and it was just simply that. And it's like, oh, that makes sense. That's how we should live our life, being a person for others, and just simply starting with kindness because the world needs more of that. So yeah, good stuff. All right. Thank you, Roy.
Thank you, John.
Thanks for everything. We appreciate it. I think, that what you're doing is great and great for the community. It's fun to have this Milwaukee connection. Itzel Tax Services. Probably the best way to get a hold of you is maybe your Facebook page, or is there a telephone number?
Yeah, so you can find us on Facebook, Itzel Tax Service. Give us a message.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. We're about to start because we're almost finishing this year.
Yeah.
So get ready for your tax for next season. We start in January, the tax season. And all year we work because we have accounting, we have payroll, we have business consultation.
Okay.
So yeah, feel free to reach out us, and we're here to help.
Cool.
Yeah.
We will put all of the information in the notes down below, and look for them online, and hopefully they're going to be super successful, and they'll be in your neighborhood shortly because you'll have like 17 offices across the state.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, it's going to explode after this podcast. All right. Sounds good. Don't forget, Groth Gets It. Groth Gets You. Thanks.